Can hear, no? Clear, right? Good. So last week was utterly disappointed with you people. But then, if you all are going to behave like this, I am not guaranteed for your results. Simple as that. You all didn't join the class. Lot of people missed the class. Why? They were in the whatever the trip mode. So it cannot happen like that, people. We started the chapter 4 and we did certain important areas in chapter 4. You are not there. Highly disappointed with the people who didn't join last week. So I am not going to take the responsibility of the results of those students. I kept the class, you didn't come. I also could have taken a leave from me. Huh? I could have cancelled the class. I also could have gone somewhere, had some fun. But still I had the class. So people who watch the recording, at least fine, good. There are certain people who didn't bother about watching the recording also. I can see from my end how many people have watched the recording and not. Only few people have watched it. So your results, it's for you. That's it. So let's keep those everything. Past is past. So I don't know. We can't say past is past because impacts of the past will be there for the present and the future. So you face the consequences. Let's get into the today's part. Last week we started the elements of accounts. How many elements are there in accounts, people? Tell me. Last week I told. How many elements are there in accounts? 5 elements. Super. What are the 5 elements? We have assets, liability, and we have equity, income, expenses. Super, guys. So last week we completed the assets. Assets we learned 2 types. Current asset, non-current asset, likewise. Last week I told you 3 important points regarding the assets. People, can you all remember? Regarding the assets, I told you 3 important points for you all to remember. Let it be for the definition. Let it be for the characteristics. What are the 3 points? Assets, it's a resource of the business. Business, resource, and controlled by the business. Controlled by the business. That is the first point. And second one, yes, past transaction. As a result of past transaction. And inflow of future economic benefits. So when it's come to this future economic benefits, I told you clearly, if it is more than 1 year, we will call it as what asset? Non-current asset. Non-current asset. If not, long-term assets. Long-term assets. If it is less than 1 year, we call it as current asset. Super. Current assets. Short-term assets. Short-term assets. So this is a quick recap of what we did last week. And when it's come to the current asset, non-current assets and current assets, we learn certain examples also. Not certain, lot of examples we learn. So if you take certain long-term assets like land, building, car, van, lorry, long-term investments, long-term fixed deposits. So these are certain examples. And we learn certain short-term assets like the main stock of the business and the receivable debtors and whatever the expenses paid early, prepaid expenses, and income that you have not yet received, accrued income. Likewise, we learn a lot of current assets also. Cash in hand, cash in bank. So that is assets. Today we are going to learn about liabilities. So liabilities also, do not memorize the definition. You construct the definition like last week. I'll give you 3 things regarding the liabilities. I'll tell you 3 things regarding the liability. You have to construct the definition. Nah? Okay. Now let's take an example. Example of liability is taking a loan. You are taking a loan. So if you take a loan, you are liable to settle that loan, right? It is your obligation. Your responsibility is there to settle that loan. Your obligation is there to settle that loan. You have a liability of loan settlement. You have to settle it. So it's an obligation. Liability is an obligation. So the first point, liability, it is business obligation. That is the first one. Second one, liabilities are there as a result of past transaction. As a result of past transaction. Understand, people? I have a liability. I have a loan to settle because I took the loan. Took. I have a liability to settle because I took the loan. Took means, people, past or the future. Took means past or the future. Took means past. I have an obligation. I have an obligation because I took the loan. If I didn't take the loan, I will not have an obligation. So it arose as a result of past transaction. You tell me, people, you tell me, when you are settling these liabilities, inflow of the benefits or outflow of the future economic benefits? Tell me. Inflow of the future economic benefits or outflow? Assets non-inflow. Assets non-inflow. Liability you are settling. You have to pay. You have to pay. You have to pay. You are not getting. If it is getting, inflow. Loans, you have to pay. Pay means inflow or outflow, people. Everyone tell me. Pay means inflow, outflow. 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 Outflow of future economic benefits. Now look at the difference. Assets are resources controlled by the business. Liabilities are obligations of the business. Assets are also there as a result of past transactions. Liabilities also there as a result of past transaction. Assets are inflow of future economic benefits. Liabilities are outflow of future economic benefits. Now I'll ask you a nice question. Think carefully. Tell me a similarity. Now differences you know. Assets are resources, business that controlling. Liabilities are business obligations. Assets are inflows of the future benefits. Liabilities are outflows of the future benefits. Zakir, good. Tell me a similarity between asset and liability. Tell me a similarity. Zakir, good. Tell me a similarity. Superb. Viruti also good. Both are there. Both are there as a result of past transaction. Let it be asset, let it be liability. Both are there as a result of past transaction. Now you construct the definition for liability, people. Liability is a business obligation which arose as a result of past transaction, which will generate outflow of future economic benefits. HRI. That is the definition. That is the definition. So everyone write it. Everyone write it. Liability is business obligation which arose as a result of past transaction which will generate inflow of future economic benefits. Inflow ලියපු කට්ටිය ලිව්වා නේද inflow? Good. Zakir and Janumenan good. Inflow there. I told you, don't ever write the notes that I am giving as it is. Purposefully, I will make mistakes for me to check whether you are focused or not. It's not inflow, it's outflow. Outflow of future economic benefits. Then you tell me three characteristics or features of liabilities. Three characteristics or features. First one, it is a business obligation. Super. Super. As a result of past transaction. Next one, outflow of future economic benefits. The keyword business obligation, past transaction, outflow of benefits. People, can you add a small word here? Liability is a, just add a present business obligation. That is a better word. Present business obligation. Obligation that you have right now is a present business obligation. Present business obligation. Once you are done, post a letter D in the chat box, people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need another one more. 9. Good. Again. Now let's come to this. Here, future economic benefits inflows are happening. No? If it is more than 1 year, non-current asset, less than 1 year, current asset, long-term assets or short-term assets. Liabilities also same. This outflow of the future economic benefits are there, no people. If it is more than 1 year, like a 5-year loan, 10-year loan, then what's the name that we are giving? I'll give you one name. We'll call it as long-term liability. You give me another name. Long-term liability. You give me another name. Non-current liability. Super. Non-current liability. If it is less than 1 year, I'll give one name, you give me another name. Huh? Short-term liability. Super. Current liability. Super. Current liability. So, write it here. Liabilities, two types. One is non-current liability. Other one, current liability. Here, long-term liability. Here, short-term liability. Okay. Now write down for the long-term liabilities, non-current liabilities, people. These are liabilities which needs to be settled within 1 year. Again, Janu Menon, Zakir good. Janu Menon and Zakir good. People, less than 1 year. Within 1 year means less than 1 year. It is short-term liability. These are liabilities which needs to be settled after 1 year. Okay, write down examples. Long-term bank loan. Long-term other loans. Now write for the current liabilities. These are liabilities which needs to be settled within 1 year. Okay. Now let me give you some examples. So listen carefully. Listen carefully. My business is selling these watches. Okay. My business is selling these watches. May watch you කරන එක තමයි මම කරන්නේ. Then people, you tell me, if I want to sell watches, what I should have? What I should have? If I want to sell watches, I should have watches. No? Yes or no? If I want to sell watches, I should have watches. Then if I need watches, I have to purchase it from somewhere, right? Yes or no? I have to purchase it from somewhere. So, when it comes to the purchasers people, there are two types. Okay, listen carefully. Sometimes I will purchase. Sometimes I will purchase by giving cash. Not a problem. We'll assume these watches I am importing from China. We'll assume. So sometimes what I will do, I will pay money and I will purchase. I will pay money. I will send some dollars to China and I will purchase by paying money. Sometimes what I will do, I will purchase, I will not pay money. I will purchase, let's assume I purchased 500,000 watches, lot of watches. But I didn't pay money. I didn't pay money. I purchased it on credit. Credit කියන්නේ ණයට බඩු ගත්තා. Purchased on credit. Then everyone tell me, this 500,000 should I have to pay in the future? Yes or no? Should I have to pay in the future? ඔයාට කැමති නම් ගෙවන්න දෙන්න පුළුවන් නේ. If you want, not required to pay. Yes. Cut his connection. China no. He won't come to Sri Lanka no. If he calls, cut the phone. WhatsApp, block him. So don't do like that. You know, business is something that everyone is doing by keeping main one factor in front people. That is the trust. When you are doing business, there are a lot of parties connected with the business for people. Don't ever do anything which will have a problem for the trust, especially with the suppliers. Now, he is supplying me watches. He is supplying me watches. So, after I purchase, sometimes what can happen, I will tell, Machan China, I will pay you in another 60 days. You send me watches. I don't have money now. I'll pay you after 60 days. But our people, you know, no. After 60 days, no update. Likewise, I am also not calling him. I will pay him after maybe 90 days. 30 days delayed. Don't do like that also, people. Because he will get upset, no? He will get upset. If he gets upset, in future, when you need to purchase some watches, he will not give you. You just think and see, people. Your mom is purchasing some grocery items from the next door Mudalali shop, grocery shop. Mom is not giving money. Okay, mom is telling Mudalali, put it to the accounts. I'll pay you later. Mom is telling. Now we'll assume somehow your mom has purchased maybe 50,000 worth groceries from that Mudalali shop. Now Mudalali is asking, Madam, salli ganna puluwan da? Your mom is telling, okay Mudalali, I'll pay you in 2 days. 2 days gone, 3 days gone, 4 days gone, 5 days gone, 10 days gone, 1 month is gone. Your mom didn't make the payment. Mudalali upset with that. Will he get upset or not? Yes or no, people? He will get upset, no? If he gets upset, in the future, will he give the products, grocery items on credit? No. He will tell, Madam, sorry, on credit we can't give. Nayatanan denna bahe. On credit we can't give. Nayatanan denna bahe. In Tamil we will say, Kadana kenda tare ela. Then what will happen to you? Sometimes your dad will get the salary end of the month. Until that you have to eat the food, no man. Now, Mudalali is not giving the groceries. Why is that? Your relationship got tarnished. He lost the trust over your mom. Because this lady is not making the payment on time. So these are life learnings, people. So for your mom, that Mudalali is the grocery supplier. Likewise for me, that Chan Chin Chung China fellow is the watch supplier. Sometimes he is the only supplier giving me the products on credit. Nayata badu denne oo vitarai. No one else is giving. So I should know to make the payment on time. Somehow. Okay. Let's keep all those things aside, will you? Now we'll come to the chapter. Now here everyone tell me in my example. Now this is not relevant. No salli dila ganna na prashna naha. No problem. Salli dunna ne wadanne. Here how much worth watches I purchased from that China fellow? Everyone tell me. How much worth watches I purchased from that China fellow? Everyone tell me. 500,000 worth watches. So in the future, I have to pay that fellow, right? Now you see the three conditions. What is liability? I told it's a present business obligation, and as a result of past transaction, outflow of benefits. Outflow of benefits. Outflow of benefits means payment. Okay. Now you see all three criteria are meeting or not. This 500,000 salary mama tama dunne. I didn't pay that 500,000 yet. I have to pay. In another 2 months, I have to pay. In another 2 months, I have to pay. In another 2 months, I have to pay. Then currently, right now, do I have an obligation? Yes. If I die, I will die with the obligation. No? I didn't settle it yet. No. So I have an obligation which is not yet settled. I have this obligation as a result of past transaction. Yes. Because I purchased the watches on credit. මම watches ටික ණයට ගත්ත හින්දා තමයි මේ present obligation එක තියෙන්නේ. Since I purchased ED, past or future. Purchased, past or future. Past. In the future, in another 2 months, I have to pay money. Money is going out. Outflow of the benefits. So all three criteria are meeting. So we can classify this one, this credit purchase, we can classify this one as liability. Harida. Hodana. It's a current liability or non-current liability. Short-term liability or long-term liability. Tell me people. It's a short-term liabiliity or long-term liability. This 500,000 that I have to pay to the China fellow. That is a short-term liability or long-term liability. Think. It's a short-term liability or long-term liability. Super. It's a short-term liability. Why? I clearly stated payment should be made in 2 months. 2 months කියන්නේ more than 1 year ද less than 1 year ද ළමයි. 2 months means more than 1 year or less than 1 year. Less than 1 year. Less than 1 year means current or non-current. Current liability. Short-term liability. So write down. Examples. Under this example, write down. Okay. Trade payables. If not, we'll call it as trade creditors. Trade creditors. If there are any credit purchases of main stock needs to be settled within a year. People, last week I told you, if you should get, receive some amount from someone, I gave you a bill people for that. මතකද? මොකක්ද කියලා එක? If you should get or receive some amount from someone, මම bill එකක් දුන්නා. මොකක්ද? මොකක්ද නම? ඒකට දුන්න නම මොකක්ද? If you should get bill එකකුයි toss එකකුයි. මේක feel කරන්නකෝ. මොන බල්ද? Receivable. We'll call it as receivable. Monotos the debtors. If this is something, guys, in the future, if you are receiving something, future, you have to pay something. Pay. ඕකටත් තව බල් එකක් තියෙනවා. බල්. එයත් බල්. එයාට toss එකක් තියෙනවා. That is also having a toss. That is also having a bell. What is that bell? What is that toss? Receivable. Pay nang. If it is receive, in the future, if you are receiving money, it is receivable. In the future, if you are going to pay money, it is payable. But toss? Creditors. So remember that, very simple. No? In the future, if I am receiving, receivable. In the future, if I am paying, payables. For that China fellow, I have to pay. So it is payable. Payable another name, creditors. Receivable another name, debtors. Simple as that. Next one. Accrued expenses. Can anyone tell me what is this accrued expenses? What is this accrued expenses? No, income not yet received. Asset no, Vinuti. Income not yet received. Asset. This is not income. Expense. Accrued expense. Income not yet received. Accrued income. What is this accrued expenses? Expenses හම්බෙන්නේ නැහැ. Expenses ගෙවන්න ඕනේ විනුති. What you are telling is correct. I'll give the note first. Correct. Dovina, somewhat correct. Yes, good. Expenses not yet paid. Expenses not yet paid. Let me take an example. Listen up. March water bill 2500. හරිද? අපි දාමුකෝ 3 things. Present obligation as a result of past transaction outflow. This 2,500 should I have to pay? Is it my obligation? Now this is April. March means last month. March means last month. Is it my obligation? Huh? Should I have to pay that 2,500? People, should I have to pay it for water board? Is my obligation? People, is it my obligation? Yes. He සල්ලි ගෙවුවේ නැත්නම් උන් කපලයි line එක. It is my obligation. Nice fellow, Vinuti, you are a fellow. You use the water, bill is there, 2,500, you are telling, okay, it's not my obligation, you go, I'm not going to pay. You do whatever that you want, it's not my obligation. So it's a present obligation. Why you have this 2,500 bill paper? Why? Why you have an obligation of 2,500? Why? Huh? Why you have this 2,500 bill obligation? Why? Hey, tell me in the chat box. Yes, I have a 2,500 Naya to water boat. You sir. Super. Because you used the water, consume the water, utilize the water. ED කියන්නේ මොකද්ද ළමයි? ED means past or future. As a result of past activity. In the future, regarding this bill, March bill, money inflow or outflow? In the future. සල්ලි ගෙවන්න ඕනේ. නැත්නම් උ කපලයි. I have to pay. All three criteria are meeting. So if all these three criteria are meeting, we will call it as what people? Liability. You tell me, can I pay this water bill after 10 years? Can I pay this water bill after 10 years? Huh? Oh, I have to pay it as soon as possible. So short term or long term? Tell me. Short term or long term? Short term. Then what liability? Short term liability. Tell me another name for short term liability. Current liability. So this 2,500 water bill expense not yet paid, which is a liability to me. Last month expense, it was an expense. ඒක හරි. Last month expense ගැන නෙමෙයි දැන් අපි ඉගෙන ගන්නේ. It was a last month expense. Okay, fine. Expense. But not yet paid. I have to pay. I have an obligation. මම ණයකාරයෙක් to the water board. It is my obligation where I have to settle as soon as possible. If not, I won't have water. I needs the business. Expenses not get paid. So write down some examples, people. Write down some examples. Accrued telephone bill, accrued telephone bill, Hmm, accrued water bill, accrued insurance, blah blah blah. Lot case. They are allowed. Whatever the expense which is not get paid people, it will be one side expense from other side liability. Next one. Next one is very important. You are going to learn a very important concept. Listen carefully. There is another one. Oh, write this one also, people. Short-term loans. Short-term loans. Short-term loans like 2-month loan, 3-month loan, 6-month loan, and again short-term loans. Bank overdraft. Not we'll call it as OD. OD. How many of you all have heard this word? How many of you all have heard this word? Dovina? Anyone else? What is bank OD? Bank overdraft. What is that? Got to be very focused. Huh? You got to answer also. If you are not replying in the chat box, HRM. Gone. You will lose the game. You will lose the game. What is this bank overdraft? Listen carefully. Listen carefully. හොඳට කන් දෙක ඇරලා මොලෙන් අහන්න. හොඳට කන් දෙක ඇරලා මොලෙන් අහන්න. Okay. There are some answers. Let me read the answers. Doina is telling, sir, when you want to transfer money, when you don't have enough money, bank will approve the transaction anyway. It goes, yeah, super good. Husani, don't have enough money in your account to cover the transaction. Yes, super. Super place. Super. Body. But you two said was very good. Very good. Sometimes we'll assume I am purchasing some watches from Mr. China. Not Mr. China. We'll purchase the watches, my supplier. My watch supplier is කවුද? අපි හිතමු John Snow කියලා. My watch supply is John Snow. කවුද දන්නේ මෙතන John Snow? ඒ පන්ති ඉන්න. කවුරු හරි දන්නවද? Anyone who knows John Snow? Very nice. දන්නේ නැති තරමට හොඳයි. Mr. J.S. He is my supplier. I purchased some watches. I have to make him a payment. In my bank balance is only 3 lakhs. My bank balance is only 3 lakhs. For Mr. J.S., I have to pay 5 lakhs. I have to pay 5 lakhs. People, you tell me, normally when you are making a payment from the bank, what you will issue, what you will give for the other party. For the other party, what you will give, මොකද දෙන්නේ? When you have to make a payment through the bank, normally what you will give for the other party. When you have to make a payment to someone through the bank, Shaifan correct. You will give a check. Zakir also correct. You will give a check. Now the problem is, my bank balance is only 3 lakhs. I have to pay 5 lakhs. Do I have enough money? Yes or no? Everyone tell me. Do I have enough money? Yes or no? I have to pay 5 lakhs. I have only 3 lakhs. No. No money. Now I am going to the bank. I am having a small chat with the bank manager. Bank manager. Here see, I have to make an urgent payment of 5 lakhs. In my bank account, I have only 3 lakhs. 2 lakhs is not there. Shall I issue a check? Shall I give him a check for 5 lakhs? Is it okay with you? I am asking the bank manager. For Mr. JS, I am going to give a check of how much? 5 lakhs. Is it okay with you? Bank manager is telling, no problem. You are a good person. You are maintaining your account with us for so many years. And every time when we give you a loan, you are settling it on time. You are very good in doing your transactions. We have the trust over you. Not a problem. You have only 3 lakhs now. You issue the check for 5 lakhs. For remaining 200,000, I will look into that. He's telling, bank manager is telling, I will look into the remaining 200,000. So bank manager is giving the permission to me to make the payment, to issue a check 5 lakhs. But people, in my bank account, I have only 3 lakhs to make. Then where is the remaining 2 lakhs? Bank is supporting me. Bank is supporting me. Bank will give me a temporary kind of a loan. It's a kind of a loan. I have only 3. They will support me by another 200. So I will be able to make the payment. So after the payment, what will happen, people? My bank balance will go to a negative 200,000. Negative means I have to pay. They are not giving for free of charge. Supporting කියලා මේ නිකන් නෙමෙයි දෙන්නේ. I have to settle it back again. I have to settle it back again. I have only 3 lakhs bank mahatya, but I have to make a payment of 5 lakhs, 2 lakhs missing. Now he is telling, okay, don't worry, I'll support you. Nikan නෙමෙයි. That 200,000 I have to pay later. So you tell me, now this 200,000 is the OD, people. This is the OD, overdraft. He allowed me to make an extra payment of 200,000, which is not there in my account. I have only 300,000. Top of that 300,000, extra another 200,000 I paid without having in my account. Because bank support. Nikand, I have to pay in the future. I have to settle it. I have to settle it means, is it a liability or not, people? Is it an obligation or not? Is it a liability or not? It is a liability. This is what the bank overdraft is. So everyone tell me, bank overdraft will lead to a positive bank balance or negative bank balance? Tell me people. Bank overdraft will lead to a positive bank balance or negative bank balance. Finally, I will have to pay to the bank. It will lead to a negative bank balance. Banks are support, yes. Later, guys, when you become big and when you come to that age of working and if not doing a business, because certain people working is not in their basket like me. I don't like to work, so it's not in my basket. So that's why I'm into businesses, ventures. When using the credit card, there will be bank. Credit cards is something similar to the overdraft, but not the same. Similar. Functionality wise similar. Credit cards. Functionality wise similar, but not the same thing. Overdraft is something normally businesses have. Credit cards is something normal individual people will have. Individual people like you and me, we will only have the credit cards, but businesses only will have the back ODs. Okay? So it's good, guys. And other thing, remember, උම්මේ සල්ලි දෙනවනේ ලක්ෂ දෙකක්. Now here in this example 200,000. Again they won't give for free of charge. They won't give for free of charge. Each and every day, if you didn't settle this, they will charge you extra something. මොකක්ද? දන්නවද? Until you settle this bank overdraft, they will charge you something. උන් නිකන් දෙන්නේ නැහැ. Zagir correct. We will call it as OD interest. Don't say just interest. It is OD interest. Support කරනවා වගේ support කරලා ගලව ගන්නවා සල්ලි. I had only 300,000. I had to pay 500,000. They supported me with 200,000. Yes, true. So now I have to pay 200,000 to them. That's why it is a negative balance. Until I settle this, they will charge me interest. OD interest. ඒකත් ගෙවන්න ඕනේ. What to do, people? Difficult times, no? They are supporting the businesses. If businesses face some problem, they are supporting. So these facilities are there when you are doing a business and all, guys. You will get into these things practically. Now what to do? Now you have to only imagine these things because you can't do it practically. So practical experience learning and that entire experience I can create in the class. I can you all have to visualize. I can bring my all the experience into the table, but you can only visualize. You can't physically experience it. You'll experience it later. Good question. Madhurant. Does it have a limit? Yes. It is having a limit. Business to business, it will differ. Just because of that, you can't go and take millions and millions. It is having a limit. Different businesses, different limits. Certain businesses 500,000, certain businesses 1 million, certain businesses 5 million, like this. They can go to maximum negative balance of maybe 5 million. They can go to maximum negative balance 10 million. They can go to maximum negative balance 100,000. Negative balance means overdraft. So bank negative balance means that is overdraft, which is a liability for the business. Which is a liability for the business, which needs to be settled as soon as possible in short term. That's why it is a short term liability. Yes. Limit changes though, how they are deciding is based on your income and expenses and the previous factors that I told you. How good you are, how disciplined that you are in making the payment now. In the past, you might have taken loans, whether you have settled the loans on time, whether you are regularly making the payments, do you have a good bank balance, are you maintaining a good turnover in your bank statement. So they will look into those things. If your bank account looks positive and genuine, then your limit will go up. They won't restrict for 500,000, 600,000, even it can go to millions. 1 million, 2 million, 5 million, it can go to millions. So based on your profile, whether you are a good person or bad person when it's come to the payment things, the business things, not your personal values and all. Based on that, those limits will change. Okay, Doina? Got an understanding? Okay, do this one, people. Taggala karan hari lazy ne. What's the value? Bank balance. Bank balance 100,000. Check payment. Check payment 120,000. Understand, people. Understand. Janumenan, you have to tell me. In your bank, you have only 100,000. You are making a payment of 120,000. From how much bank is supporting you? From how much bank is supporting you? Janumenan, you tell me. From 20,000. Bank OD 20,000. Next one. Bank balance 200,000. Yes, yes. Write it in the tune itself. If you don't have space in the tune to do the questions, then you can write it in the book. By writing the heading, you can write the question number, then you can write the answer. If you don't have space, now here you have space now. 200,000. Check payment 250,000. Understand, people? You have only 200,000, but you are paying 250,000. Support given by the bank, how much is that? Everyone tell me. 50,000. Bank OD 50,000. No, no, Yunus. No. You can write any way that you want. Not a problem. Here you won't get these kind of questions also in your exam. Why did I give these questions? Because now only you all are starting no accounting. පොඩ්ඩ දැන් පදම් වෙනවා. දැන් දන්නවා asset කියන්නේ මොකක්ද කියලා දන්නවා. Liability කියන්නේ මොකක්ද කියලා දන්නවා. So that's why I gave this. If not in your exam, you won't get these kind of questions. If you are done, let me know, people. Three, 4, 5, 6. I need another 3, 7. Yes, yes. Better. 8. Yes, Janu Madam. Better. 9. Super. Now let's move to the next one. දැන් පොඩ්ඩ අපි ටික අමාරු ඒවාට බහිනවා. හරිද? අහගන්න. මේ ඉක්විටි කියන්නේ මොකක්ද? Very simple. In simple terms, I'll tell you. In simple terms, equity කියන්නේ owner's portion. Equity means whose portion, people? කාගේ portion එකද? Owner's portion. Simple as that. Let me take an example. In my business, this is my business, okay? 500,000 money is there. This is the money, cash. Cash is what for the business? Everyone tell me. Cash is asset for the business or liability for the business? We learn. Cash in hand. Cash is asset for the business. Asset. Asset. We'll assume this business has taken a loan. This business has taken a loan of 200,000. 200,000 loan is there. Bank loan. Everyone tell me, bank loan is asset or liability? Bank loan is liability. Bank loan is liability. හරිද? හොඳට අහගන්න. We'll assume, just an assumption. Just an assumption. I am going to close my business. මම මගේ business එක වහන්න යනවා. I am going to close my business. Okay. Can I take this money and put to my pocket and can I go home? Can I do like that? Entire 5 lakhs putting inside my pocket and going home. You can't do. Zagir correct. You can't do. Issalama. What you should do? First of all, if you are a person with good values, right values, if you are a good person, a person with proper values, Zagir, if that's the case, good. What you should do first? Yusat also correct. What you should do first? No, we'll assume all the employees, everything is done. Okay, employees la kawurut naha. Then දෙකයි තියෙන business එක. එක පැත්තකින් ලක්ෂ 5ක් cash තියෙනවා 500,000. Cash is there. Other side you have a 2 lakhs loan. That's it. Remaining everything, nothing is there. Okay. First you have to settle the loan. Then you tell me, people, from this 5 lakhs, once you settle the loan, how much is remaining portion? How much is remaining portion? 300,000. So that is the my portion. Owner's portion. So using this example, we'll construct the definition. What is equity? From the business assets, once you settle the liabilities, remaining belongs to the owner. That owner's portion only we will call it as equity. HRI. From the assets of the business, 5 lakh of the business. Once you settle the 2 lakh loan, once you settle the liability, remaining 300,000, remaining asset belongs to the owner. That is the owner's portion. Owner's portion, we will call it as equity. HRI. Right. Everyone right. From the business assets, from the business assets, once from the business assets, after settling the business liabilities, remaining assets belongs to the owner. So if the owner buys a land, does it come under? I'll come to that part. Madhurnath. Okay, since you asked, I'll tell you. Madhurnath, you tell me, in the accounting world, owner and business are two different things or same thing? Owner and business are two different things or same? So if you answer my questions, you will get the answer. Two different things. If business, from the business money, business is buying a land. That is what for the business. From the business money, business is buying a land. That is asset for the business. From the owner's money, owner is buying the land. That is what for the business. No, wrong. It's not equity. I asked this question with the reason. From owner's money, if owner buys the land, it is his land, not our land. Now third question I am asking. Third question. Owner is giving that land to the business. So I told you three things. First one, what did I tell? First one I asked, from the business money, okay, business is buying the land. Then this is what for the business? Asset. Asset for the business. That is the first thing. From the owner's money, owner and business are two different things. Always you have to think like that. That's what I told. From the owner's money, owner buying a land. It is not relevant for the business because his money let him do anything. Apita adala nahe. I try to write it in Sinhala. I don't know whether it will come properly. Adala apita. Apita means business eකට. Adala nahe. ඒක උගේ සල්ලි. So I just wrote it, people. Not relevant for us. Not relevant for the business because it is owner's money. හරිද? හොඳට අහන්න. Now the third one. Nah? Third one. Third one. Third one, sometimes, now what owner can do, owner is giving that land to the business. You tell me, Madhurant, first transaction, does it have any connection with the business? First transaction, does it have any connection with the business? First transaction, does it have any connection with the business? Does it have any connection with the business? First transaction, මේ මෙතන පළවෙනි එක, මේක දෙවෙනි එක, මේක තුන්වෙනි එක. Does it have any connection with the business? Business money, business buy. Completely business. Second transaction, does it have any connection with the business? Does it have any connection with the business? No. Then if it doesn't have any connection with the business, should we have to bother? Tell me, Madhurnath. No. We are not required to bother. Third one. Owner is giving that land to the business. Is it having any connection with the business? Third one. Yes or no? Is it having any connection with the business? Yes. Do remember, later you will be studying. Every transaction has two impacts. Later you will be studying. That since you asked, I'll tell you. Every transaction has how many impacts? How many impacts? Two impacts. Every transaction. Here, I'll come to the answer that you gave. Because of this transaction, two impacts are there. One is for the asset, because business is getting an asset, land asset. Other one is who is giving that asset, owner is giving, so it is having an impact on the equity. Any kind of transaction, later you will be studying. I'll teach you. Any kind of transaction is having two impacts. Now let me take another one. Bank loan. Bank loan also having two impacts. Madhurnath, can you tell me what are the two impacts? What are the two impacts? Can you tell me? Bank loan is what? Bank loan is what? Income or liability? Tell me. Bank loan is liability. Okay. But when you take a loan, what are you getting, Madhurnath? Toffee, the biscuit, the jam, the pudding there. When you take a loan, money. Money is what for the business? Money is what for the business? Asset. Can you see? Every transaction like this, every transaction has two impacts. So that one you will be studying later. Later. So Madhurnath, I hope I answered your question. Okay. So if now as you asked, if owner buys a land, if owner gives that land to us, then yes, impact on the assets, impact on the equity, both. Cool. So from the business assets, after settling the business liability, Dovina. Okay, now fine. Remaining assets belongs to the owner. It is called as, yes, correct. It is called as equity. Inside the brackets, write down in simple terms. In simple terms, equity is owner's portion. Equity is, in simple terms, equity is owner's portion. Excellent. Done. Can I get some D's? Now here I have given the same thing, people. Let's assume business has 500,000 worth assets, bank loan amounting 200,000. 200,000 out of 500,000 assets is used to settle the bank loan. Therefore, remaining assets belongs to the owner. අපි මේක තියලා පොඩක් ගණන් පැත්තෙන් හොඳට හිතන්න පුළුවන් ළමයි. Give me a formula to find equity value. Create a formula. Create a formula. Look at this example. People who are good in little bit maths. Huh? People who are good in maths, just try to create a formula to calculate the equity. Super, perfect. Ubaidillah correct. Metuki correct. Zakir superb. Janu Menon superb. Yusat superb. Very simple. लिया गන්න ළමයි. ඒකත් ලියා ගන්න. ඒකත් ලියා ගන්න. Equity equals total assets minus total liability. So now you just take your book and write the heading, people. Write the heading. Write the heading. Introduction to accounting. Introduction to accounting. And write down this question, everyone. Write down this question. Everyone write down this question. Yes. 2 books. 1 book for accounting, 1 book for business studies. In the same book, if you have space, then you split it or do whatever. Okay. One book for the accountings, 1 book for the business studies. But if you have space, you just continue it. Now, I think batch 1 people, not the batch 2 people. Batch 2 people, they have 2 books. Batch 2 people, they have 2 books. Batch 1 people, you all can continue because you all are done with the first 3 chapters. No? Batch 1 people, in the same book, you can continue. Batch 1 people. Batch 2 people, they have 2 classes. 1 class is on Thursday, other one is on Monday. Not in the Thursday book. You have to write it in the Monday. Monday. Vinuti, you are from batch 1 or batch 2? Vinuti? You are from batch 1 or batch 2? Not sure. When did you start the classes? This month or long time back? This month I started a batch. That is the batch 2. Long time back in the month of January we started. That is the batch 1. Long time back. Then you are batch 1. Okay. For you all, I am done with the chapter 1, 2, 3. Everything is done. No? For batch 2 people, not yet done. They are studying accounting separately, business studies separately. I hope here batch 2 people are there. Just give me a confirmation. Batch 2 people are here, right? Yes. There. So write down this question. Following details are provided for the X limited. Non-current assets rupees 500,000. Current assets rupees 100,000. Non-current liabilities rupees 200,000. Current liabilities rupees 50,000. Calculate the equity. Calculate the equity. කරන්න බලන්න බලමුකෝ කී දෙනෙක්ට ආන්සර් එක ගන්න පුළුවන්ද කියලා. Send your answer in the chat box, people. Waidullah correct. Yes, correct, Janami. Zakir correct. Yunus correct. Well, when is school starting? It start 24th. Madhuranath correct. Madhurant. Okay. Next, now another like few days, no? The holidays are over. Hey, high school and only. Zimana correct. Yusat, check it again. Yusat, check it again. Again you will be getting a leave, no? Holiday, no? For the O-level exams. Lucky people, no? Shah. Lucky people. The last batch to do the normal O-level system. ඒ පැත්තක ඉතින් unlucky තමයි. Janu Menon. Okay. Janu Menon. You have to help me. I'll get the answer. Janu Menon. How to find the equity? Janu Menon. How to find the equity? Equity equals total assets. Buindu correct. Total assets minus the total liabilities. Janu Menon, you tell me how to calculate the total assets. Assets are combination of how many things? Look at here. Assets are combination of two things. One is the non-current asset, other one is the current asset. So here let me split it. What's the addition? Addition is 600,000. What's the addition of liabilities? Addition of total liabilities. 250,000. 250,000. So total assets are 600,000. Now correct. Total liabilities are 250,000. That means your equity is how much? 350,000. Missed 10. Okay. Understood. Now you have got the answer, no? Great. So people, how many elements are done? Out of 5 elements, can assets done. Liability done. Assets 2 types, non-current asset, current asset, everything is done. We learned the definition, we learned the characteristics, we learned the examples, we learned everything. And types of the assets, here liability is also same. We learned the liability, definitions, we learned the characteristics, we learned examples, we learned the types, non-current liability, current liability. Then we learn equity. So we are done with all 3. So we are left out with 2 elements. What are the 2 elements? What are the 2 elements that we are left out with, people? What are the 2 elements that we are left out with? One is income. Other one is expense. So මේ දෙක තමයි අපිට කරන්න තියෙන්නේ. So I am not going to do, people, because I want to get the basics properly to your head. I am doing it slowly, people. Once you get the basics properly, especially the chapter number 4, chapter number 5, chapter number 6. If you are really good in these 3 chapters, believe me, people, your accounting will be very easy. Let it be for your O levels, let it be for your A levels, let it be for your chartered. When I am doing these classes, guys, for chartered students, I am finding very difficult to teach them because they don't have the basics properly. So once you lay down your basics properly, people, even when it comes to the chartered also, guys, it will become very easy. Yeah? It will become very easy. So your chapter number 4, chapter number 5, chapter number 6. These are the basics. Once you put down the basics properly for these 3 chapters, I would say, guys, from your 60% of the paper, easily you can score 40 marks. You know, accounting is only 60 marks of your paper. Business studies 40 marks. Out of that 60, scoring 40 will be like piece of cake for you. It will become very easy because you are having a good knowledge in the chapter number 4, chapter number 5, chapter number 6. From the knowledge that you are gaining these 3 chapters, only remaining all the accounting chapters will get carried forward. So we'll put down a strong base. We'll do it slowly. We'll have a solid base, people. Then we'll expedite the things. Okay. So that's it for the day. Any questions? Any doubts? All clear, people? Can I get a last confirmation for the day? With a maybe letter CC or whatever. Yes, oh, understood, blah, blah, blah. Clear? All cool? Understood? Perfect. එහෙනම් අදට එපමණයි. ජය වේවා. Let's meet again next week. Tata bye. Welcome.